All right, Brian, it is time. It is time for what everybody has been waiting for. It is time for the Super Bowl bet to determine who will carry the cherished Cult of Ron and Brian championship belt. As we know, I have held a title for 2 years, initially the Ron and Brian podcast belt, which has been retired and hangs here lovingly in my office, switching over to this title belt. So I've really looked deep within myself, Brian. I have done the work, and the work is so important, Brian. And so when it came down to a Super Bowl bet, I had to look at facts, Brian. And here are the facts as I see them. NFL teams that ranked first in defense in the regular season, they are 14-4 in Super Bowls all time. There has never been a quarterback with less than 5 letters in their last name to win a Super Bowl. That is a fact, Brian. There has never been a quarterback that has had the same letter that ends their first name and their last name that has won a Super Bowl. That is a fact, Brian. Brian's second testicle still has not descended from puberty. That is a fact. And so when you add all of those facts together, Brian, there is only one pick that I felt I could make. Seattle will win, and I'm taking the -4.5 points. I think it's at least a touchdown victory. I think Seattle will be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy over their head later tomorrow night, just as I will be hoisting the Ron and Brian podcast championship over my head for yet another year.
Ron, I could not be happier with that pick. We know all true that I am a Northeast American person. I represent the Northeast. You are a wannabe West Coast elite. You've always sat there and said that you want to be in California, you want to be in Oregon, smoking your weed, enjoying your hippie lifestyle, and there is nothing more than to sit there and give you the opportunity to visit the state of Washington in the Northwest, where it just rains 364 days out of the year. You don't belong in the Northeast. Leave New England to me. Let me have them. I will take those 4.5 points and I will ride their wave to the championship. And that belt will be on this shoulder a week from tonight.
All right. Well, I think it just makes sense that Brian would support a team owned by someone mentioned repeatedly in the Epstein files. So the bet has been made. The game will be played tomorrow night. More importantly, 8:00 tomorrow night, episode 391, a very special Ron and Brian, Cult of Ron and Brian episode featuring a conversation with Keith Caputo. I'm excited, regardless of how the game plays out, which it's going to play out in my favor. But regardless of how the game plays out, sure. I am excited for our fans and new fans to check out episode 391. I know you're excited as well, Brian.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a great episode. And not only that, but it will allow us to really expand where we are as a show. Much like you will expand after all of the burgers that you will have eaten off of your Blackstone grill.
Fair enough. All right. Well, the bet has been made. The game will be played. So check out episode 391 and then watch as Seattle wins by more than 4.5 points.